Hello there guys, it's Steven here back with another video. How are you all doing today? It's Friday. I've got that Friday feeling, though I am absolutely knackered, I'm not going to lie. I've been a bit run down this week, but I'm going to crack on and get through some more transfer gossip because we all absolutely love that, don't we? And also, guess who else loves transfer gossip? Unibet. They're supporting my channel at the moment. Go and give them a check out in the link in the description below. An excellent transfer blog written by loads of fantastic writers, including some brilliant writers that are close to myself, like Stephen Tudor, big Manchester City fan. It's just a really good blog. And clicking the link in the description, well, it helps this channel. You get some good little bits of news down there. And if you don't like it, well, absolutely no harm lost. But go and check it out anyway, just to see if you enjoy the content over there. It helps support this channel. It's very good. And Unibet are absolutely awesome for sponsoring me. Thank you very much, Unibet. Thank you very much if you click the link as well. And also, what I say thank you to my latest Patreons, 2 new patrons there from Leroy Sane and Matthew McFarland. Thank you very much. You're both absolute heroes for supporting me once again. I love it. Sometimes I was thinking today at work, I may not be the most knowledgeable YouTuber or the most funniest or entertaining, whatever, but I try and be the most honest at times. And this comes from the heart when I say thank you once again for everyone who just genuinely supports me on this channel. Sometimes I sit there during work and go, I'm a really lucky guy, and I mean that from the heart. So thank you very much for everyone who helps. We'll just watch these videos. You're all absolutely awesome. And do you know what else is awesome? Douglas Luiz, and it looks like he's going to Aston Villa. That's the news that broke kind of unexpectedly this morning. They've been waiting to record a video about this all day. Douglas Luiz looks like he got to Aston Villa for around £15 million. He was absolutely fantastic in the Toulon tournament. I think he won player of the tournament there, didn't he? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but for Brazil, he was brilliant. He basically controlled the midfield, sitting a little bit deeper as well, showed his full range of passing, his dynamism, his strength, his technique. He's been getting better and better. He was pretty good last year as well on loan at Girona. And obviously we all know that City wanted to get him to go into the first team last season, given that fact we didn't get Jorginho, but work permit problems closed that down. Now, he could be going to Villa for around £15 million, and they're very confident that they'll be able to actually get him. In terms of the work permits, a lot of people have asked about this, and I wasn't sure how it worked too, but Aston Villa will get it for very different reasons than Manchester City did. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this post that I found over on Bleed moving forward, and thanks to Don Molina for this post. He said, essentially, how it works is to get a work permit, you need to get a certain amount of points on your application. The points are given out for certain things. For example, you get 3 points if the fee's in the top 25% of all transfers in the summer. You get 2 points if the fee's in the top 50% of all Premier League transfers in the summer. Then there's loads more. I'll put them on screen now. And this one, he's probably only getting like 1 point if he's playing for Manchester City for various reasons, and you need 4 points to get through. He's probably going to be in the top 25% of earners at Villa, which gives him 3 points straight away, and then he gets some for the transfer fees as well. So basically, he's going to get the points needed to get a work permit for Aston Villa, which is a really good deal for them, basically. £15 million for a very good player. It's also a good deal for Manchester City because we get to answer the big question, like whether he's actually good enough to play for us. Now, of course, obviously, we still have a lot of time for Douglas Luiz, and I like him. He's a really good player. But he was excellent last pre-season. But this is the big step up now to see if he actually can make it. Villa, obviously, are signing quite a few players at the moment. And this is a midfield reinforcement that they actually need, according to some of their fans online. I've looked around. They need a central midfielder. And Douglas Luiz would get plenty of game time there to show if he's good enough for the Premier League. Now, obviously, it might not work. It could be that he's good enough, but the transfer doesn't go quite as well. He could go there and struggle. These things happen. And sometimes players are better than where they move to, whatever, fair enough. But it also could be that he goes there, shows how good he is. And now the rumours are that we have actually inserted a buyback clause into this as well. It's not been officially announced, but apparently he's already on his way to join them on their pre-season tour. It's going to be confirmed once he's there. The buyback clause is very interesting. I can't see any prices online anywhere what it would actually be, but I'm going to presume it'd be a reasonable fee. Imagine, this is a guess, imagine it was 30 million quid. We basically would have paid Aston Villa like £15 million for one season to develop a player good enough for our team. And given the fact that Fernandinho is getting a bit older, given the fact Gundogan could be gone in a year as well, we're going to need another midfielder for a year from now. And if Douglas Luiz gets 12 months to show how good he could be in the Premier League, this could work out absolutely perfectly for us. It could work out perfectly for the player. It could work out pretty well for Villa because they got basically a player for a year. It keeps him in the Premier League, hopefully. Okay, they won't make as much money as they want to on it, maybe. I mean, it could be more than 30 million. It's just a guess. But either way, it's a win-win for absolutely everyone involved, So this is a really interesting one. It's exciting because we get to watch him up close. It's exciting because this could be another example of the buyback thing working really well for all clubs. It's exciting because we get to get him around this kind of work permit thing. He wouldn't have the squad value to get the work permit from Manchester City because he wouldn't be in the high enough earners. want to have the transfer fee to get the points and all that kind of stuff. It's quite confusing, but basically he's got a chance for getting it, but not for Manchester City, but he's got a chance to get it for Aston Villa. Other than that, though, today there's been a little bit more news knocking about the Leroy Sane. Oh, there was some interesting nonsense on Twitter earlier. Manchester City posted a video of Leroy Sane turning up for training and then promptly deleted it. They kept the Gundogan ones up and did Bernardo and De Bruyne, but they deleted that one. Cue delirium, cue people losing their heads. I had a feeling at the time it was probably nonsense. It'll be something to do commercial, or maybe someone was in the video didn't want to be in the video, something like that. And lo and behold, it was posted about 3-4 hours later, once again, with a Nike tick there. It's Nike, bloody hell, I'm losing my Mancunian waist. Nike, it is Nike, I know, but, you know, Mike, I'm Mancunian, Nike. The tick had been blurred out, so that was it. I heard a rumour going around that Leroy Sane was actually, he's been lined up to be one of the Puma's latest additions to their marketing team in terms of they want to sign him up. So I reckon if he's walking about carrying all his Nike stuff, he's not going to make Puma very happy. So maybe it was just a case of that. Though, having said that, this is obviously not linked at all, I don't think it is, but Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, the Bayern chairman, has been talking once again about Leroy Sane. Yep, of course he is. That's what he does. He talks about other teams' players because that's what they've always done. Because they're a snide little, I won't say the word. He said this today, nothing is ultimately decided in that matter about Sane. There'll be a distance when he goes on tour, sure, but that's not a problem. And he pointed to his phone. Oh, he's got a phone. He can ring his agent or whatever. Shut up, mate. And he also wanted to think about his future on holiday, according to Rummenigge. We have to wait and see if something moves on. We are ready. The transfer window is open until September 2nd. Nothing has been decided at all yet. I don't think he'll go. I think they won't pay what we probably want. There's some rumours today from Tutu and McCarthy, I think it is, about apparently City agreed a fee for €90 million. Have they? Bollocks. There's no way that's going to happen. We will not sell him for as cheap as that, given the fact that Harry Maguire and Van Dijk and whatever, and that lot of defenders going for around 70-odd million or whatever. There's no way we're selling Leroy Sane, a man definitely much better at this moment than Joao Felix, and equally as young, equally as much more proven. There's no way we're selling him for less than Joao Felix has moved for. He's totally worth 130-40 million in this market at the moment. Given what he's better than Coutinho, and Coutinho went for crazy amounts of money. I think if he was going to go, we'd agree with something like 120 million or something like that, just because I think that's what it'd be. But Bayern won't pay anywhere near that, so I don't think it's going to happen. Genuinely don't. I'm not worried about Sane. I'm not worried. Also because I trust Pep. I trust Manchester City. Even if the worst came to worst, I think we'd be okay. But I still don't think he'll go. I think he'll be all right. Manu Garcia, it looks like he might be leaving. Some reports today suggested that Manu Garcia, after a pretty decent loan at Toulouse, he didn't set the world alight over there. He was fantastic, obviously, the season before, NEC Breda. He did okay at Toulouse, allegedly. It's a very difficult physical league. Would have learned loads. But he's been saying, apparently loads of clubs in Spain and Italy want him. There's loads of reports today. And one of the reports today suggested that Sporting Gijón are looking to sign him, and he's not ruling out the move, but he wants to resolve his future pretty soon. And according to this report, he has no intention of travelling to China, which I don't really agree with, actually. I think he probably will do if he hasn't got a move sorted, but he'd like to get it wrapped up before then. I really like Manu Garcia, and once again, a really exciting little player, really skillful. I got loads of time for him. He's another one like the likes of Angelino, maybe Douglas Luiz. I'd be happy to see him move on and go and prove himself in the league or somewhere, as long as we had that all-important buyback clause. Even if it's just like 20-odd million or whatever. These days, that's nothing in the market for someone who could be good enough. And Manu Garcia is a very, very, very skillful, very gifted attacking midfielder. Genuinely technically good enough to play for Manchester City, but he just has to prove it in the top leagues, prove how far he could go. He's the kind of guy who could just blow up in a year or two, be absolutely genuinely brilliant with a little bit of luck, a little bit of drive, a little bit of self-belief. I don't know, just a few factors could happen. And his talent and his ceiling is really high. It doesn't mean he'll get to that level of ability, but his ceiling is fantastically high given his technical ability and what he can do with a ball at his feet. Whether it'll happen or not, you never know. Football is very hard to predict. And if it was easy to predict, we'd all be scouts and we'd all see clubs never making any transfers wrong. But that happens, you know. But Manu Garcia, he's probably going to be sold, likewise Alex Garcia, and they go with my blessing, and so put a good buyback clause in there, and you never know how it turns out. I think Manu Garcia would happily play for Manchester City, but he's realistic about his future. I love this idea that, someone like Douglas Luiz or Manu Garcia could be back in a year or two, a la Angelino, and we have all these players coming back. They've got this link to Manchester City, understand how we play already, we show we showed them that this path can actually be useful, and we can also get these players like honed and developed, and maybe just sign them back for 10, 15 million a pop here, and we're getting these incredible squad players for dirt cheap. It's really good, isn't it? This is what I hope for him. But anyway, guys, it's a bit of news there, and also it was nice to see the players back today, wasn't it? We saw I think it was Bernardo, Leroy, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne rocking the most dodgy little, and coming from me. No, I suit you more. Sorry, Kevin, I actually suit a bit better than you. But he had this like kind of goatee beard thing going on. It isn't a strong look for Mr. De Bruyne, but it just made me think today, and this is just some random thoughts as ever on this channel. This is what I do, I just talk random nonsense. It made me think, we haven't really seen Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva at their best together. Like, Bernardo Silva's last season was his best, much better than his first season Manchester City. He's still good in his first season, but he was up a level last year. We'd all agree with that. And Kevin De Bruyne barely played last year. So imagine peak Kevin De Bruyne and peak Bernardo Silva playing together. The Premier League is not ready for that level of fire. Apparently I'm a 16-year-old boy now saying fire, lit, all that kind of stuff. Sauce, there you go. That's what they all say, isn't it? But it's just nice to see them all back in training. We're going to obviously see him next week in China. I'm looking forward to that first friendly game. It's like, it's so close now. 6 days away, 5 days ago. Eric Garcia allegedly has gone to join Spain, so hopefully we'll see someone like Taylor Harwood-Bellis get a bit of game time, which would be really nice. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. Let me know what you make of the rumours. What do you think of Douglas Luiz going to Aston Villa? Do you think Leroy Sane will stay? Manu Garcia's future? All that kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments below. As ever, thank you to all these patrons who keep this channel going. Absolute heroes, genuinely, a lot of them. And I will repeat once again, thank you for all being sound and supporting my channel. I'm very ill today. I've had loads of ibuprofen and paracetamol, which has got me over the line to do this video. I'll crash in about an hour and I'll have hot sweats again. But you guys have been awesome, and all these patrons, whatever, everyone makes me feel so much better. So thank you very much. Go and check out the Unibet blog below. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.